There was a time when marriage meant something, a sacred commitment, built on honor, duty, loyalty, and mutual respect. Back then, men were protectors, women were nurturers, and both sacrificed for something greater than themselves. But that world is gone, buried under decades of cultural shifts, legal traps, and emotional games. What's left today? A contract that benefits one side and destroys the other. Too many men are walking into marriage blinded by love, lust, or outdated beliefs. They're signing contracts they don't understand, building lives with women who don't respect them, sacrificing their dreams, their peace, and their future for an illusion. And when it all collapses, when divorce hits, when the courts get involved, when custody is weapon Z, it's the man who loses. Not always, but more than you think. This video isn't about bitterness. It's not about fear. It's about clarity. It's about seeing the world as it is, not as you wish it was. Because the truth is, if you keep living like it's the 1950s in a world that's flipped the rules on you, you're walking straight into destruction. This is your wake-up call. We're not here to hate women. We're not here to spread fear. We're here to tell the truth. The raw, uncomfortable truth that society won't. Why? Because the truth makes you dangerous. And a dangerous man is a free man. So if you're thinking about marriage, or already trapped in one, listen closely. This might be the most important thing you hear all year. No sugarcoating. No soft language. Just 7 brutal reasons why men should never get married in today's world. And by the end of this video, you'll either wake up or stay asleep in a dream that ends in a nightmare. Let's get into it. Number 1. Marriage isn't about love anymore. They told you marriage was about love, about growing old together, about building something that lasts. But today, that dream has been hijacked. Modern marriage isn't built on love, it's built on law. It's not a bond between souls. It's a contract enforced by the state. And when that love fades, and for half of couples, it does, the system steps in and tears your life apart. You don't just walk away. You pay. Alimony, child support, attorney fees, assets divided down the middle, or worse. And even if you gave everything, worked overtime, provided for years, stayed loyal through hell, you'll still be seen as disposable. Courts don't care about your sacrifice. They care about how she feels. They care about her lifestyle. They care about keeping things equal, even if that means draining everything you worked for. You're told to be a leader, a provider, a rock. But when things collapse, you're punished for doing exactly that. You don't just lose money, you lose time with your kids. You lose your peace of mind. You lose your freedom. Love might have been the reason you said, "I do." But the legal consequences are what you're stuck with long after the love dies. You think you're marrying for romance, but you're actually signing one of the most dangerous contracts a man can enter. One that can destroy your financial future, wreck your mental health, and trap you in a system designed to keep you paying, apologizing, and surviving. This isn't about hating love. This is about understanding reality. Because if you believe love is enough to protect you, you're already set up to fail. Real love doesn't need a contract. Real connection doesn't need a courtroom. And if you walk into marriage in today's world thinking it's still about love, you'll find out too late what it's really about: control, leverage, and consequences you never saw coming. Number 2. Modern culture undermines masculine roles. Masculinity is being attacked. Strength is now labeled toxic. Leadership is criticized as controlling. Providing is still expected, but no longer respected. You're told to open up emotionally, to be vulnerable, to express your feelings. But the moment you show weakness, you're mocked or dismissed. You're told to lead, to protect, to be the rock. But if you take initiative or draw boundaries, you're painted as aggressive or outdated. You're told to give endlessly, your time, your money, your energy, but rarely do you receive the appreciation or loyalty that once came with that role. The traditional masculine role, the one built on honor, sacrifice, and responsibility, is being erased. And when you bring that into a modern marriage, it doesn't empower you. It cages you. You're no longer seen as a partner. You become a wallet, a therapist, a doormat. You're expected to fix everything, carry the emotional weight, absorb the stress, and stay silent through it all. And when it's over, there's no applause, no recognition, just accusations, legal threats, and emotional exhaustion. Marriage used to give a man direction. It used to multiply his mission, his values, his legacy. Now, it often dilutes all of that, making him weaker, not stronger. Today's culture tells women to be strong and independent, but it tells men to sit down and be quiet. In that environment, how can a man thrive in marriage when he's constantly told that being a man is the problem? You can't lead a home if leadership itself is demonized. You can't protect a family if protection is seen as oppression. You can't build a legacy if your very identity is under attack. This is the silent war men are facing, and marriage, for many, becomes the battlefield where their masculinity is slowly stripped away. Number 3. The family court system is against you. Let's be blunt, the system is broken, and it's rigged against men. In the family courts, truth doesn't always matter. Fairness rarely wins. Over 80% of custody cases are awarded to women, no matter the circumstances. Even if she walked out on the marriage, even if she cheated, even if you were the one waking up early, providing, protecting, and parenting, you're still labeled the less important parent. They say, the children need their mother. But what about the father? What about the man who kept everything afloat? He's reduced to a visitor, a paycheck, a name on a document that means almost nothing. You go from being a full-time dad to a part-time stranger, fighting just to see your own kids every other weekend. And the price? Massive. Child support payments that can drain your bank account, wreck your credit, and break your back for decades. And here's the worst part. It's not always about the child. That support often funds her lifestyle, her rent, her vacations, her new relationship. You're still paying long after she's moved on. And there's no real justice in it. No cap, no logic, no voice for the man who gave everything. All it takes is one biased judge, one false accusation, one bad day in court, and your entire future can be taken from you. They won't care about the years you sacrificed. They won't care how loyal you were. They won't care about the damage done to you. They'll just see you as the provider and punish you for it. You were told marriage was a partnership, but when it ends, you find out it was a trap. The court doesn't care about your story. It only cares about her version of it. In today's world, the family court system isn't designed to protect fathers. It's built to extract from them. And millions of men are learning that lesson too late. Number 4. Women aren't held accountable anymore. In today's world, women can walk away from responsibility and be applauded for it. She cheats? The world says it's because she wasn't happy. She walks out of the marriage? Suddenly, she's finding herself. She disrespects her man, embarrasses him, abandons the family, and somehow, the blame still falls on him. He wasn't man enough. He didn't lead. He made her feel unloved. The excuses never stop. There are no consequences, only justifications. Meanwhile, men are held to impossible standards. You're told to be strong, but not too strong. Be emotional, but not weak. Be a leader, but don't dare take control. If you're firm, you're toxic. If you're soft, you're a doormat. You can't win. And when you try to hold her accountable, society backs her up. She's liberated. She's empowered. She's brave. But when a man demands respect, he's labeled controlling, insecure, or abusive. Accountability is no longer equal, and marriage only amplifies that imbalance. You're expected to carry the load, financially, emotionally, spiritually, even when she's the one dropping it. If the relationship fails, everyone looks at you. What did you do wrong? Where did you fall short? Nobody asks if she gave her best. Nobody questions her effort. You're judged by your results. She's judged by her intentions. That's not a partnership. That's a setup. You're not building a life together. You're playing a rigged game, where you lose even when you give your all. And if you complain, if you speak up, you're told to man up and take it. But a man is not a mule. He's not a punching bag for society's double standards. And he sure as hell shouldn't sign up for a lifelong contract with someone who can leave at any moment, without consequence, and still take everything with her. In today's world, Accountability isn't shared. And without accountability, there's no respect. Without respect, there's no love. And without love, marriage becomes a trap. Number 5. Divorce is big business. Here's the truth no one wants to tell you. Divorce is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And you, the average man, are the primary target. Lawyers, therapists, court officials, and government agencies all profit when marriages fail. They don't want healthy, strong unions. They want conflict, dependence, and chaos because it feeds their bottom line. Marriage isn't seen as sacred anymore. It's a product, and when it breaks, the system cashes in. You spend decades working, building a home, a future, and a family. Then one day, she walks away. With just a few signatures, half of everything you've built disappears. Your money, your assets, your peace of mind. There are no refunds, no second chances, no apologies, just cold legal facts. You wouldn't enter a business deal with those risks. You wouldn't sign a contract that can take half your life's work away without fair warning. So why would you sign a marriage certificate? This isn't about fear, it's about understanding the real cost. Marriage today is less about love and more about legal liabilities. And when that contract is broken, it's the man who usually pays the price. It's not about winning or losing. It's about being prepared and knowing the system is stacked against you. If you enter marriage blind, you're walking into a trap designed to drain your resources and your spirit. The harsh reality is, divorce isn't just personal pain. It's a business built on your loss. If you value your freedom, your future, and your finances, you need to think twice. Marriage isn't just a promise anymore. It's a risk, and the stakes are higher than ever. Number 6. Women have more options. Men have more risks. In today's world, social media, dating apps, and constant online attention have changed everything. Women now have countless options at their fingertips. It doesn't matter how loyal or committed a man is. If she doesn't feel excitement or butterflies, she can easily move on to someone else. The idea of loyalty has shifted. It's no longer a deep, sacred bond, but something fragile and conditional, based on feelings, mood, or ego. Meanwhile, men face much higher risks in marriage. If things go wrong, they can't just walk away without serious consequences. Divorce laws, financial responsibilities, and social judgment weigh heavily on men, while women often have more freedom to choose or leave without the same cost. This imbalance puts men at a severe disadvantage. Society demands men to be strong, to provide, to sacrifice, but rarely offers protection or fairness in return. You're expected to man up, yet the rules of the game have changed without warning. Men carry the burden of responsibility, but lack the freedom women now enjoy. This isn't just unfair, it's dangerous. Men must understand these risks clearly. Marriage today is no longer a partnership of equals, but a complex, risky contract that can cost men everything: money, time, peace, and even their children. Being aware of this reality isn't about bitterness or fear. It's about wisdom and self-preservation. If you want to protect your future, your freedom, and your well-being, you must face this truth head-on. Don't enter marriage blindfolded, thinking love alone will shield you. In the modern world, men need to be smarter, stronger, and more cautious than ever before. The stakes are higher, and the consequences are real. Marriage can still be meaningful, but only if you're prepared for the realities that come with it. Number 7. You can build without marriage. This isn't about bitterness, it's about clear thinking. You can love deeply, build a meaningful life, and raise strong kids without signing a marriage certificate. Marriage used to be a foundation for building a family and legacy. Today, it's more like a risky gamble, one that too many men lose without knowing the odds. The legal system, social expectations, and culture often stack the deck against men. But you don't have to play by those rules. You can protect your peace, your energy, and your future by choosing a different path. Focus on your mission first. Build your own kingdom, a life where your purpose comes before anything else. Set your standards high. Don't settle for less just to fit in or feel accepted. Real strength comes from standing firm in your values. not bending to meet unrealistic demands. You can have love, partnership, and family without the chains of a legal contract that often favors the other side. Men today must be wise and strategic. Know that your worth isn't tied to a ring or a piece of paper. It's found in your character, your vision, and your actions. Marriage can still be beautiful if it's built on respect, equality, and mutual growth. But in today's world, that's the exception, not the rule. Too often, marriage traps men in systems that punish them for loyalty and reward irresponsibility. Walk with clarity, lead with purpose, protect your peace, and remember this: you are whole and complete on your own terms. A ring doesn't define you. Your strength, your integrity, and your mission do. Choose wisely and build a life that no one can take away from you. If this message hit home, don't ignore it. You're not alone. Millions of men feel trapped, frustrated, and confused by the realities of modern marriage. But now you see the truth clearly. It's time to wake up and take control of your life. Subscribe for more unfiltered, raw truth that most won't dare to share. Comment, protect your peace, if you're ready to choose purpose over illusion and stop falling into the traps set by a broken system. Share this video with a brother who needs to hear it, someone who's struggling silently but deserves to break free. This isn't about hate or bitterness. It's about healing, awareness, and reclaiming your power. The world has changed, and the old rules no longer apply. You must adapt your mindset and strategy to protect your future, your peace, and your freedom. Stand tall, stay aware, and never let anyone rob you of your worth. Be strong, be wise, be free,